I think probably the most attractive game of round one is Tennessee at Ohio State. Ohio State opens as a 7.5-point favorite. That is an 8 p.m. game, I think December 21st. So there's one game on Friday, there's 3 games on Saturday. This is the last game of all the first round playoff games. What is the state of mind for Ohio State? There are some people who expect them to be in a complete mental shell after the Michigan debacle. There are other people who expect them to be shot out of a cannon come playoff time. I don't know for sure, but I will tell you, I think we have a data point. And I think it's 2 years ago. Last time they played Michigan at home, they lost. And then they missed out on the Big Ten title game. They went to the playoff. They faced Georgia. And I thought they played the best game of the year. It's just Georgia was 1 point or 2 points better than them, whatever it was. They missed a field goal to win the game. But they played with their hair on fire. Played at an insanely high level. C.J. Stroud was incredible that night. And I remember thinking to myself, good for Ryan Day. Good for this staff, because they got their guts ripped out and then got right back up and played at a high level. That's what they have to do here. And believe it or not, if they do that, they could still win it all. Michigan's not in this postseason. What a sigh of relief. You wouldn't have to face Michigan. All you got to do is face like Tennessee, Oregon, cakewalk, man. We can handle all that. It's just Michigan we can't handle. I kid because I care. Tennessee comes in there, and they are going to be the least talked about team that could actually win it all, Tennessee. So Tennessee is the kind of team that could be eliminated round one or win the whole thing. Neither would surprise me because of the bracket position they're in. It is a situation where at quarterback, they have the raw talent to replicate what Oregon was able to do to Ohio State. Now listen to me. They have the talent at quarterback and the talent at receiver to do that. It's been a lot more inconsistent with Tennessee than it has been with Oregon this year. But if you're asking me 1 4-quarter game, let's turn it loose. Nico can do that. Dylan Sampson Jr., he can run it for 160 on you. He can. It's hard to do against Ohio State. Good defenses here. This total's in the upper 40s. I think it's the lowest total, I think. I got to check that, though. It's a pretty low total. Let me put it that way. It is. Okay. So 47.5 was the FanDuel over-under. Points tough to come by. We've seen both of these teams in games like that this year, so it wouldn't be unfamiliar territory for either one of them. The ramifications cannot be overstated as to the pressure on Ryan Day in this game. I keep saying that like there's not pressure on other coaches. There's obviously an entirely different kind of pressure on Ryan Day here than there is on Josh Heupel. The playoff format being changed is the only thing that is offering Ohio State another opportunity. If this team existed 2 years ago, they're out of it. If it existed last year, they're out of it. But because they live in the world of the 12-team playoff, they're in it. What do you do with it? Because no one's really going to care that the format change was what saved you down the road if, a month and a half from now, you're playing in Atlanta on National Championship Monday night. No one's going to really care. But if they lose it in their home building, I think it was Herb Street who said this earlier today, it would almost be healthier if they could go on the road and play. Because, man, if they lose again in front of the home fans there, again as over a touchdown favorite, Ohio State's a 7.5-point favorite in this game. Toxicity.